All right, now as we create this branch in here, what we're going to do is we're going to start from this area first, press down so it's thicker. All right, and as we work down the tree, we're going to push down again here, pause right between the bird, and that's just how you paint this. This is the style of it, that there's separations, there's pauses in between. And as we come down to this side, we're going to just connect, pause, again, make it look like it's continuing. So I'm making it thicken here, pause, go around, and then continue. Now I want to get a little bit smaller as I get outward because that's how trees grow. I'm just going to clean up that edge just a slight bit. And then I'm just going to connect some branches coming off. Now the looser the better with your branches. It's not easy to make them, but you could see I'm just getting a little bit smaller as I go. I can also add in another branch up top here just for the sake of it being a composition. I can stop it right between the bird, have it continue. Because again, this is the style that there's separations. It's simple, it should look simple, but it should also be elaborate at the same time because it's just the technique. All right, so I created a couple branches, and what we're going to do off of it was we're going to make some blossoms. Now with the blossoms, we do want to clear our brush because we're going to make our own shade of this reddish pink. It's a plum blossom. You can add a little bit of purple to it. If you have a pink within your palette, like I grabbed the pink, we can accent it with a little bit of pink. But what we're going to do is we're going to make a series of strokes. So if we look over here before I just paint this quickly, you can see this is what we're looking at. We have step one as one shape. We don't make them all the same size. We can make 5 different petals and have it be completely open, but then we can look over here and we can also see that you want to experiment with some different shapes and how they're arranged so that it looks more realistic. So as we start this, I'm just going to be brief, and I'm going to just press down, make a round quality to my brush. I'm going to come here, create another one. Here's another one. Here's another one. And one more right under it. Okay, not the prettiest, most perfect flower, but I can kind of edge it out a little bit and round it out slightly. All right, I can add a couple little ones just that are by themselves, just organically, budding like this. But I want to just continue that process over here. I'm going to make this one a little bit bigger because it's closest to the viewer over here. I want to, again, create the stoppage right between the branch so we can make this a little bit bigger. And then it looks like it's behind and it's growing off the tree this way. Okay, once these areas dry, I can detail within them. There's a little bit of a stamen in there. There's a yellow. There's a little bit of lines that kind of grow, that expand outward in here. But the concept is just being loose and just putting some dashes. You can see that one probably came out the best just in the shape, the way that it's growing. It looks the most realistic, but we can grow in all areas and details. All right, I'm going over this more so because you can decide to do this for your final project. Oops, just painted that without showing you. And again, you see I'm getting a little bit better as I go with it. This one was probably the worst because it's the biggest and it happens. So I can kind of just round out the petals as I go, and I have those blossoms overlapping in all different ways. Now you can see in this one, for my final, you do want to filter in a lot of flowers, all right? So if we zoom out a little bit, you can see this is what you're looking at. Take some time, build them up, add some details to it. All right, once this area is dry, I can dry my brush off again, clear it, add some water, put a little bit of yellow on my brush, and create that inner area of detail with the stamen. So if I'm in here like this, I'm going to zoom in one more time and get a little bit closer with it, where I'm just creating a small little speck like of a quality in here. Just adding some details within the flower. All right, so that's your lesson for the day. I've done this like 10 times. I'm pretty tired by the end of it. If you could see, the only thing I would like to do is just make my point in my brush again. It's nice and sharp, pointy. All right, put a little bit of black paint on here. Kind of create a separation between the bill and the feathers, because it all kind of looks the same for me right now. So I'm just going to touch up with a final sense of detail in here. I doubt you're going to watch this entire video. Hope you did. But it's a lot of fine-tune detail work. Okay, I'm a little bit more happy with that. Creates more of a contrast between the areas of space. You can accent just a little bit more highlight, but you can see it's not about the end result. It's about practice and trying it over and over again until you get better at it. All right, thanks. Have a great day.